So there's always men whose like life goal, I guess, is to humble women down, right? And is it just me, or is it always like the ugliest? Sorry, I know that's mean to say, but like the last person on earth you want to look at, or even like breathe the same air as. And it's always him trying to do it to like the most beautiful girl. It never seems to be guys that are like Cristiano Ronaldo vibe, Kofi Sirbo. I think that's how you say his last name. I don't know. Or like Henry Golding. Like it's never that. It's always giving like Oscar the Grouch, like came out of a trash can. Like I don't know what's the science behind that. Like, but to me it's like not coincidental. Like it's very telling. At least from what I have seen, in my opinion. I don't see those Cristiano Ronaldo guys doing those kinds of behaviors. It's always the Oscar the Grouch type guys engaging in that sort of women humbling activity. Like, just weird.
First of all, ma'am, that makes absolutely no sense. You cannot try to use a functional equivalent of a man's looks and a woman's looks. A woman's looks is equivalent to a man's like resources, his protection, provisioning, his height, things like that, because women don't look for men for their attractiveness if they don't have other things. So that's just bad. Women always try to do this and try to compare looks. And those guys like Cristiano Ronaldo and all those guys, they do humble women. Just to let you know, you just don't know about it because who are you? You're nobody. They're somebody. So you don't know what goes on. But those men pretty much operate the same way. They know how to keep things in line. So the thing is, the reason why guys are probably doing this and they're trying to humble you, so to speak, is because men know subconsciously or unconsciously that they're telling you these things and humbling you because you only have a small finite of time between 18 and 24 to lock down the best men that you can get. So you can waste all that time. You seem to be in your prime years, but men know deep down that's probably why they try to humble you, because they know it's like, you're talking all this crap, but we'll see you in about 7, 8, 9 years. We'll see how many baby daddies you've collected and no relationships and no actual rings and a guy proposing to you that you actually want. So that's probably why it's happening. But women, you guys always try to use shaming tactics, but it never works. And you guys can never use the correct functional equivalents. It's ridiculous to me. But hey, modern women, 0. Passport bros and guys that are not dealing with these types of chicks or just pumping them on the side, 1.
Right here we got our handy dandy pressure fit male calculator. So we're going to go ahead and put your dream man into this, okay? What is the minimum age he's got to be for you?
21.
Maximum age?
40.
Minimum height, we got 6 foot, so we'll put that in. Race?
I don't care.
You'll date an Asian guy?
No.
Okay. Will you date an Indian guy?
No.
Okay, so will you date a black guy? No. So white and Hispanic, it looks like. Hispanic? Will you do Hispanic?
He's a soccer player.
All right, we'll just put white here then.
Okay.
And then minimum income, you said 250,000, right? Okay. Can he be married?
No.
Okay. Can he?
No.
So this is the most accurate assessment of men in the United States. So let's go ahead and build your man. Let's see what you score.
Why isn't there language minimum? He needs to speak 2 languages minimum.
Oh, we're just trying to. Oh, now 2 languages too?
Yeah.
Okay, congratulations. You scored a 5 out of 5 cat bags. 0.024% of men qualify.
I know, that's why I've been single my whole life.
So knowing that this man is literally less than 1% of the population, are you willing to lower your standard?
I haven't.
Okay, all right. There you have it.
The funniest thing is when the women see the data, they find out the actual truth that this guy is less than 1%. And they say, oh, well, this is probably why I've been single. And he asks, would you lower your standards? She's like, I haven't. And I'm like, you should. And they still are kind of like delusional. It's like, you know, the answer is right here, right? But they don't want to believe. She still doesn't want to believe it. So she'll probably be out here roaming the streets, doing interviews. Pretty soon she'll probably be doing a you know what I'm saying, type interview pretty soon if she's still out there in Miami. And sad, man. These women are just streetwalkers at this point. Out here in the streets. Bopper's gonna bop.
All right, let's talk about Wade Wilson, right? Looks aren't everything, but it's most of it. Wade Wilson is a whole psychopath. We know what he does, right? Right? Correct, right? But since women find him attractive, they would still uck him. The whole bad boy fetish, bro, it has to be a mental illness. It's the same complex when women say, oh, I love a street guy, I like drug dealers, I like scammers. It's that same thing. I like hood guys. It's the same complex. When you look good as a man or a woman, people tend to let a lot of things slide, bro. For example, Wade Wilson, you could be a whole psychopath killer. You can do whatever you want to do as long as you look good. And you will be surprised on how many men are dealing with psychopathic women or crazy women, but they deal with it because she looks good, bro. Looks are everything, bro. Like, To some people, it's crazy, bro. Put it like this. If a handsome dude does something to a woman, he catcalls at her, right? And she finds him attractive, she's not going to be offended. But let an ugly dude catcall at her? Oh, it's harassment. Oh, my goodness.
Hey, yo, shout out Scarface Mark, man. He said something that resonated with me when he was talking about women, you know, they don't care as long as something looks good. The guy can be a psychopath, like in this example with Wade Wilson. And I started thinking about back in the day, 18, 19, 20, 21, you know, back in those years, 2003, 4, 5, and 6. I used to put up with chicks too, and I'm like, why did I used to put up with them chicks? Thinking now, my older brain, my 2020 hindsight brain, I'm like, I should have gave them chicks hell, bro, back in the day. It should have been boot camp. I should have made them respect me. You get what I'm saying? Why did I tolerate them just because they look good? Just because I was going to get a couple brownie points in my little social group that I had? But was it worth it? Yeah, to get the experience. But like, when you really think about it, it's like, what the hell was I thinking? I should have cut them chicks right off. You get what I'm saying? But a lot of those chicks, I got the box real quick, kept them around. So that's really my fault for not cutting them loose. But I started thinking about that. Shout out to Scarface Mark.
It's not the one got money, Amber. It's the one honest.
And not too many of them honest nowadays.
Oh, yes, you can. Yes, you can. There's some good men out there. But what it is now, it's the women. It ain't the men no more. The women going bad. The women's going bad. It ain't the men's now. It's the women done gone bad.
You gonna flip the script on us?
Yeah, it's the women done gone.
You a woman yourself.
I'm a woman myself, but I don't do half the things I see these women do now.
They don't care no more.
That's when the men don't respect them. That's why. Let me tell you something, Amber. You got to give a man respect to get respect. You know what I'm saying? You got to give your husband respect to get respect. Because as long as you respect him, ain't too much he gonna do wrong.
Shout out to this older woman, this grandmother here, bro. Like, I honestly believe that in, you know, the next 10 to 20 years, we're going to have grandmothers, but they're not going to be as full of wisdom and as full as the true knowledge of the true feminine nature of a woman. And it's just going to go swept under the rug. And it's sad what's happening here in the West. But luckily for men like us, we have passports, so we can go overseas and deal with other women that still have these abuelas, still have these abuelos, grandfathers and grandmothers in other countries that still have these values. But yeah, this woman right here, she's right. Notice that she says if a guy respects you, there's not too many things he's going to do wrong. Notice she said not too many things. One of those things probably that this old woman is not going to mention, this woman of wisdom, is that men stepped out. Men had other women. Men had other chicks. And the thing is, women back then were able to differentiate and kind of compartmentalize how women are compartmentalizing simps and the guys, you know, that they want to take serious, and us compartmentalizing girls for sex only and for relationships. They can compartmentalize a man's needs and him being normal and be like, okay, that's normal. Guys cheat, but he's never going to get rid of me because he's my man. That is how it always was. And Charleston White been telling these women this for years in his clips. Women never had concerns and cares about how men operated. They just were women. And women now, they're all in our business. They all think they're on par with us. Society tells them that we're all equal. And look at them now. A terrible, tired, disgusting mess. And I don't feel sorry for them because they all chose and decided to bite the apple and go that direction. They could have went the other way, but they chose to go through the gates of hell. So the gates of hell shall show them brush fire, and if they get hit with the brush fire, that's on them.
All of my villains is global, haters is mad cause they local. Program, yeah, they know that they local. Probably not right in the head, maybe it's something I said or something I did. My passport is blue and they faces are red.